All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. We got week 2 of the NFL. We're jumping into the Sunday games today. Sunday Night Football will be its own video, as will Monday Night Football, but we're jumping into most games here in today's video. We do have 5 games that we're fading. I'll let you guys know which ones those are when we get there. But yeah, before we jump into any of the picks, any of the plays, I gotta let you guys know about our 11,000 subscriber giveaway. We are less than 75 subscribers away from 11,000. Let's pump in some crowd noise. Thank you guys so much. Less than 75 subscribers away from 11,000. At 11,000 subscribers, we will be giving away an official NFL jersey. You get to pick the team, the player, the color, the size, all that good stuff. One of our subscribers is going to win a jersey, and we'll ship it out to you and all that stuff too. So make sure you do hit that subscribe button, like the video, comment, stay up to date in the community and everything like that. We got the Discord rolling. The NFL betting chat in the Discord is popping off daily. If you guys do want to talk to some like-minded people over there, make sure to join the Discord. It's free. It's really fun. It's just a one big group chat with a lot of cool features in there. So make sure to check out that link in the description. But yeah, 11,000 subscribers. We're coming for that. You know what? And we're going to hit it, and we are going to give back to the community with an official NFL jersey. Guys, I'm very excited and very thankful to be able to bring up this new thing. We're partnering with SportsLine for the upcoming weeks here on the NFL. And if you don't know what SportsLine is, it's probably, in my opinion, one of the best research prediction tools that there is out there. SportsLine has the ability to have 10,000 simulated games on every single game, so you get a computer data driven prediction for each and every game. And you know what, they don't stop there. They don't say, okay, well, we have the data, we have the prediction, here it is. No, they also have plenty of experts on the site giving their picks on the games as well, and they grade each pick and game from a confidence level, just like in school, of A minus, B plus, that type of thing. It is really cool. And what I like to do, I don't like to just blindly follow another expert or blindly follow a computer model or anything like that. What I like to do is do my own research, kind of get a pick in my brain, and then head over to SportsLine and see what other experts are thinking or what the computer says. And if everything lines up, I'm that much more confident in my pick. So guys, check out the link in the description. SportsLine, it is one of the best tools when it comes to trying to predict games and bet on games and everything like that. It helps with fantasy as well. It just is a really cool tool. So make sure to check that out. Right now they're doing a promo. You can get 3 months for $4.99. $4.99, less than $5, 3 months. First quarter of the year there. You might as well jump over, go use that link in the description, guys. I'm very excited to be partnering with them because I've used this for a while too, paying for it myself before ever partnering with them or anything like that. So go check out SportsLine. A lot of cool tools on there, and I will be talking more about them in upcoming videos. But let's jump into the video here. We do have the games that we're fading. Today we're fading the Colts and the Jags, just because the Colts, I didn't love how that game turned out against the Texans, and the Jags, for whatever reason, have the Colts number. Now, the spread right now is only 4 points, which kind of worries me. So, to me, I just didn't have a gut feeling on this game. Everything told me to go Jags +4, and that's where I kind of fell off and said, you know what? If I'm not touching the Colts, I'm not touching this game, so I'm fading that game. Jets, Browns, similar type of idea of like, you know, I had the Browns last week. I don't know about betting on the Browns 2 weeks in a row, especially with a 6 to 6.5 point spread. It's a little bit too much for me. If you're in a survivor pool, I think that the Browns could be a really good pick this week, as I do think they get the win, but 6.5 points is a little bit too much for me to take. Seahawks and 49ers, I don't know what the hell to think of this. 49ers in that monsoon game, and the Seahawks looking pretty good. Like, can we trust Geno Smith moving forward? I'd like to see it in week 2 before we bet Seahawks in the future here. And then Texans, Broncos, similar thing. This is a huge spread. A huge spread. You expect me to trust the Broncos in a revenge spot and come out here and drop a 10-point favorite game? I need to see the Broncos click. I need to see that head coach get his head out of his you-know-what before I can ever bet the Broncos. And then Cardinals versus Raiders. I wanted to go Cardinals, but it looked a little fishy where the lines were going. This thing opened up, but I think it was like 2.5 and moved to 5.5 to 6, down to 5.5. A lot moving there. I didn't think it was too smart to pull the trigger on there. So if you guys have any plays on these games, feel free to drop hashtag ride of the day in the comments, and you guys can give me a play on one of these. If you guys have the facts, the backing, I'll put my money where your mouth is. You know how the hashtag ride of the day works. You just got to use hashtag ride of the day and give me a pick, and I may be jumping on board with someone in the comments. But those are the games that we're fading. We might as well jump right into the games that we are rolling with. We're starting it off with the Carolina Panthers taking on the New York Giants, who surprisingly caught the dub last week. Obviously, the Panthers lost here. In their last 10 games, the Panthers are 1-9 against the spread, 0-8 in their last 8 against the spread. And you know, we're going with Giants money line in this one. I don't hate the -1.5, but when you're looking at -110 versus like -120, -120 odds, I'm more comfortable not laying the points and going Giants money line here. Saquon looked good in week 1. He really did. He had an unbelievable game, and this team gets way better when Saquon is good. 3-2 in their last 5 straight up and against the spread when he rushes for over 80 yards. And we just saw Nick Chubb rush all over the Panthers, and Kareem Hunt also have a good game out of the backfield. I like the Giants money line in this one for game number 1. Next up, we're moving to Baltimore. Miami, 3.5-point dogs on the road after whooping up on my New England Patriots. But truth be told, I think the Ravens are just the better all-around team. I think that this line is a slight overreaction to how good Tua looked. And he didn't even look that good, but how good Tua played against the Patriots. I think he had a 104 quarterback rating, which is mind-blowing to me, because watching that game, listening to that game, seeing everything about that game, it didn't look like Tua was doing that crazy out there, but he ended up not making mistakes. The Patriots defense made him look really, really good, and I don't think the Ravens let that same thing happen whatsoever. This Ravens team, I think, is going to feast and gobble up Tua Tunga Vailoa on Sunday. So I'm going Ravens here, -3.5. Guys, good time to let you know to make sure to keep an eye on the pinned comment. That is where all final plays, added plays, all that good stuff. Everything in this video is a final play unless I update you in the pinned comment saying, hey, something changed. We're not rolling with that, right? But we might add some plays. We might add a total, a parlay, stuff like that. So just keep an eye on the pinned comment. There'll be some value there for you. But let's move on to game number 3. We have Detroit hosting Washington. Detroit fought against Philly last week. Washington obviously got the close win against Jacksonville. Right now, Detroit -1.5 here at home. And both these teams did put up points last week, which makes me eerie about taking this pick in this game. But I'm going to go with the under here, under 48.5. I don't think that these offenses, yes, they do have some weapons on each team on offense. I'm not going to say that they don't. But I don't think that these two teams are high-powered offenses. And what I mean by that is the scheme and the players, I don't think, result in, you know, a game where this thing goes to 50, 55, 60 points. 48.5, it's already moved up a couple from its open at 46.5. I think that we see this game sticking right around like a 24-21 type game. Last 3 games together, they have averaged 43 points combined, and the under has it 2 out of 3 times. So we're going with the under in this one. I think that this is a little bit of an overreaction from last week, just based on the points that they scored. Washington with 28 and Detroit with 35. I think that they kind of grind this game out a little bit more than they did last week. All right, we're going to Pittsburgh with my New England Patriots, hometown team for me, and we're going to go Patriots money line here. Patriots do have, this is not a biased pick. I got to get out and say that. This truly is not a biased pick towards the Patriots here. The Patriots do have the Steelers numbers here, 2-1 their last 3 meetings against the Steelers. And you know what? The Steelers have plenty of guys out. Najee Harris is banged up. I think he's going to play, but TJ Watt is an unbelievable loss for the Steelers in this one. And they did not live. Patriots did not look good in week 1. I'm hoping for a little bit of a bounce back there. I think that they are better than what they showed, and the fact that the main guy on defense for the Steelers is out, I think is a great sign and a great bounce back spot for the Patriots there. And the Steelers had that upset win against the Super Bowl runners-up from last week. I think that could have been sort of they might have a little lag coming into this game now that they had a huge emotional win in week 1. So I like New England here, money line. All right, next up, Tom Brady taking on Jameis Winston and the Saints here. And we have a couple different plays in this game. It's a little risky, I'll be honest, because we're going to be rolling with both the over 44 and Bucs -2.5. Now, I would like the over more than anything in this game. In fact, we might tease these down to, you know, maybe a 6-point teaser or so. So we're looking at an even more doable spread, and then definitely a doable over. But last time that these two teams played was not the best. They only scored 9 points. That isn't the usual here. Before that, they're scoring 36-27, 30-20. So I do think that, you know, if you're looking at historical metrics here, you go to the last time they played, you're saying, what? 0-9 was the game? Ugh, you're throwing up, right? But then you kind of look at it, you say even with that game included, these two teams are still averaging about 20 points in their last 3 games against each other. pretty much relying on 2 games out of those 3. So I think that the historics here will or have impacted this total when, you know, whoever the bookmakers are running their numbers and everything like that. I think that we can almost fade that 0-9 game and assume this game goes a little bit over like the previous 2 before that. So I like the over 44 here. I've seen it at 44.5. You can get it at 44. Make sure to bite on that because I think it sticks right around 44.5 by game time. But we're also going to look at the Bucs -2.5 now. The Saints have an offense. They do. They truly do have an offense. And the defense isn't terrible either. But I think the Bucs looked pretty crisp and clean against Dallas. I know Dak Prescott ends up getting injured, but, you know, for the most part of that game, Bucs were controlling that game and playing really good football. They have so many weapons. Fournette, Mike Evans, Godwin, I know, is banged up, but they just have so many weapons. Julio Jones now. I think that this is a really good Bucs team, and I think that we're going to start to see bigger and bigger spreads for them, obviously, moving forward. So I think that we can bite at this one at -2.5. But go Bucs there. I do like this game a lot. All right, second to last game of the video, we got Atlanta taking on the Rams. The Rams, or you know what? We can give a womp womp for the Rams here. I'd love to go Rams in this game. The spread is a little bit too big for me. 10.5 points here against an Atlanta team that did kind of hold their own against the Saints here. So we're going to go with the over 45.5. I think that the Rams bounce back. Last time the Rams played the Falcons, they scored 37 points. And you know what, if they do that again, I can trust the Falcons to go out there and figure out how to score, you know, 10 points or so, and we hit this over. But I think the Rams bounce back offensively for sure and score more than 10 points like they did in week 1. And I'm hoping the Falcons just kind of stick in the game enough to get this to the over mark. I could totally see this being a 27-23 type of a game where the Rams ultimately do win. I do like the Rams here, but not by 10.5 points. So if you like the points, I would lean Atlanta. I just can't really do that because, let's be honest, Atlanta doesn't look that great, and the Rams could end up blowing them out. But I do like the over in this one a little bit more than that. But I expect a little bit of a close game in this one, at least, you know, somewhere around 7 points or so. So if you like the points, take Atlanta. I'm not doing it, even though I'm saying that I like it. So that should tell you enough about how confident I am in that. But I like the over 45.5. All right, last pick of the video here. We got Dallas taking on the Bengals. Dallas, obviously, without Dak Prescott, and Michael Gallup looks like he might not play. And the Bengals had that heartbreaking overtime loss against the Steelers last week. I think that they have a bounce back spot. I don't think this is you couldn't have a better bounce back spot here without Dak Prescott on the other side of things. All of a sudden the Bengals are like, phew, let's clean this up. The reason we're teasing this though is because I think Dallas keeps this game to, you know, 8 points or so, which makes that a pretty sweaty line. So we're going to go with the teaser minus the Bengals half point. So pretty much Bengals got to win this game, and then also over 34.5, which I think is unbelievably doable. I think that's a really low number for this game. I know that, you know, the Cowboys, their offense looked absolutely terrible last week, but they're not that bad. Zeke can put one in. They can make something happen here. So if they can put up, you know, 10 to 14 points for us, I like this teased over here at 34.5, and I think that the Bengals do easily win this game. So that's all I got for you guys today. Again, use that hashtag Ride of the Day if you have a play. It can be on any of the games that we're fading to if you'd like. You know, if you guys have a strong opinion on any of these games, use hashtag Ride of the Day in the comments, and I'll be jumping on board with one person in the comments. You guys get a shout out in the next video, win or loss. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. Make sure again to go ahead and check out SportsLine, guys. Link will be in the description. It really is a great tool, and for $4.99 for the first 3 months, oh, easy money. But that's all I got for you guys. Peace out.